My name is Rebecca Elliott. I'm a speech and language therapist and I work in a community learning disability team with adults with learning disabilities and other conditions such as autism, ADHD and physical disabilities. These two people, Charlie and Lola, they live in the same house together and they have physical disabilities that impact their ability to communicate with the people around them. They also have a learning disability. The staff team that work with Charlie and Lola are very good at interpreting their communication, whether that be through vocalizations or body language, to understand what they're trying to tell us. Lola started to respond to staff when they said something like tea or coffee and put their hands out to show Lola what they were offering her, and she would then put her hand on her choice. That was working well for them. It was really quite inconsistent and Lola didn't always engage with that, but because she had shown this sort of ability to communicate in that way, it was appropriate that she be referred to our team so that myself could get involved and support this communication to progress. They showed me how they communicate with her when they put their hands out for her choices, and at the time she didn't make a choice. I suggested that they try pictures of real objects because in symbolic development people learn the real object, then a picture of it, and then a symbol of it. It's hard to carry around objects all the time, but if they just had picture cards for Lola to choose from, that would make things easier for them and for her. The staff team got really on board with this and they took pictures of all her food and drink items, the activities that she does, pictures of the rooms in the house. On the back of the pictures they wrote what staff should say, so that staff are saying the same thing to Lola every time. I left that with them for a couple of months and then I saw her around Christmas time last year and she had been making choices all throughout her day. They had different consent within her care to film her making the choices so that that can be shown to other staff and to health professionals. I did see a short video of her making a choice. The staff offered her her choice 3 times and on the 3rd time she quite obviously put her hand on her pictured choice. It has developed even more now where Lola does not always put her hand on it but has learned to use her eyes to look at it, and that's a lot faster for her and just as effective. What's happened for Lola, I guess the whole point of doing this for Lola was to give her control over her day. For somebody that needs help hoisted and in and out of bed, in and out of her chair, she needs somebody to do all the personal care for her to have some control over her day, over what happens and the choices she makes. But now she can do that with food, she does it with drinks, she does it with activities, and they're also using pictures to support her understanding, so they're showing her, pictures of the bathroom before she's taken for personal care, or they're showing her pictures of her medication before it happens. There's such a wide range that pictures and visuals can be used for, and they are now being used for Lola. There is another gentleman in this house who will be called Charlie. He was in a similar position to Lola where he had some communicative ability. It was a little bit inconsistent. When Charlie makes a choice, he will touch a picture or he will clap, one clap sound. He also understands things like more or finished. You can ask him, is Charlie finished or does Charlie want more? And he will either clap or push his plate away. So we introduced the same thing for Charlie. Charlie makes choices out of up to 4 items at a time. He has 4 pictures placed in front of him. The pictures are read out to him and then he puts his hand on the picture. To test the reliability of that, each time he's asked twice and the pictures are changed around in their order so that the staff are fully aware of what picture he's choosing. He has, more control over his day as well now, and he can choose his food and drink, where he goes, what he does, things like that, and his understanding is supported with these pictures as well. The point I'd like to get across is that there's the people who appear to not have communication, get involved with a speech and language therapist or get involved with anything that you can pick up on it. If you notice different vocalizations when they want something or when they don't want something, there's a change in their body language, get involved, and the visuals work for people, and the place that you work have pictures and symbols up everywhere so that the people who live there and the staff and everybody who starts to use them and uses them for their understanding. Visuals are great for expanding the communicative world of people who otherwise wouldn't be able to.